Hey folks, this is Vincent Nunley with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Codenames Duet XXL. This game supports 2 or more players, it's for ages 11 and up, and the average play time is 15 minutes, though you'll probably run longer if you play multiple games. So Codenames Duet XXL tasks both players with trying to clue each other in as to where the spies are. If you pick the assassin, you automatically lose, so don't do it. So, without further ado, let's name some codes.
Let's play some Codenames Do or Don't Duet.
Cut.
Alright.
What spy is the best at swimming?
I don't know. What spy?
James Pond.
Oh, God. Okay.
I'm out.
Wait, I got one more. Let's play some hot names duet because code brr.
Okay, so I've set up the game for 2 players. You're going to take a deck of cards, you're going to shuffle them up, and you're going to lay out cards in a 5x5 grid as you see here. Now you can play with more than 2 players doing this, assuming that you just break up into teams. So the objective in this game is to get your partner to guess certain words, and by extension, they're going to try to get you to guess certain words. Each of the 2 teams start with one of these key cards, and I'll go ahead and show you the one from the top here so we're not spoiling anything. As you can see, it's double-sided. I am trying to get Idly to guess the green ones on this side, and she is going to try to get me to guess the green ones on this side. The green ones represent the spies that we're trying to put out onto the board. If we manage to get all of these out onto the board, then we win. If either of us guesses one of these black spaces, then we automatically lose. If we guess a beige neutral pedestrian, then the turn is over and we just move on to the next player. So it's not a win or lose situation, but you don't want to try and do too many of those. Because these will also, this round / guess set of tokens down here is sort of your timer. Every time you take a turn, you're going to go ahead and take one of these tokens, put it off to the side, and out of the game. So we have a limited number of rounds to figure out where all of our spies are. Now, in addition to a one-off game, which is what we're about to do, the box has this little map on it. You start off in Prague, and it tells you to start with 9 tokens, and you're allowed to make 9 incomplete or wrong guesses, meaning that you can guess a pedestrian 9 times before you're forced to lose the game automatically. Once you beat Prague, you can pick an adjacent location, go there, and try your luck there. Cairo, you get 9 of these guess tokens, and then but you can only get 5 wrong, or pick 5 pedestrians before you automatically lose the game. These brown ones are just normal game tokens. If you want the game to be easier, or if you might need one because the scenario calls for it, like Madrid here, there's 9 of these. These blue ones are just extra. They make the game easier if you add them on, because they add more rounds to the game. We're going to go and just add both because we don't really play this a whole lot, and it'll be good to be able to commentate and not be under so much pressure. So yeah, that's for the most part it with the box insert and what's in the box. So on a typical turn, one player is going to give the clue. The clue is going to be one word and a number. That number is sort of representing how many of these words relate to the verbal clue that was just given. So for example, let's say that bacon and taste were on the table. I could say food, too, and I would have to hope that out of all the cards that were out, she would pick bacon and taste. Taste because, well, you taste food, and bacon is food. So those would be, that would be a clue that I could give her to try and hopefully guess these. And again, we're going to be using these keys, though. So just because you've got 2 words that sort of relate on the board, it doesn't necessarily mean that you want them to guess both. Again, you're trying to only get them to guess the green ones that are highlighted on your side of the key card, and then by extension, she's trying to get me to guess her green ones on the other side. So yeah, that's for the most part. And as you can see, if you flip the card around, you've got some overlap here. let's see, I'm looking for one. Like this one here, for example, has an overlap there. So there are some that are green on one side that are also green on the other side. You've also got some of these assassins that are assassins either on both sides or what have you. So you got to be careful about, you know, what clues you're given and, you know, what you're going to assume about what's left. The rulebook does a nice job in explaining the secrets of the key card. Colors as your opponent sees them. You need to find 15 words in all to win the game. And as far as the secrets of the key card go, you can see that there's some assassins here. One relates to a green, meaning on the flip side there's a green. On the flip side of one X there's a white, and on the flip side of another one there are assassins on both sides. So there are ways to sort of deduce what may still be out there, but for the most part, if you're just going to play casually, just don't worry about it. So I think that's for the most part it. Again, you're trying to guess all 15 of these spies while avoiding the assassin. Would you like to go first?
Sure. Okay. I'll do rough 2.
Rough 2. Okay. So there's Pacific Tornado, Greenhouse, Battleship, Sticker, Snake. Snakes are rough. Valentine, Meter, Gymnast, Cloud, Shock, Road, St. Patrick, Rip, Steam, Bench, Beard, Venus, probably not very rough. Oasis, Bunk, Saw, Second, Patient, Rubber, and Chain. I would think Beard would be one of them. So I'm going to go ahead and guess Beard. Is that correct? Okay, so that means there's that. Now, if I happen to guess a word that wasn't actually part of her clue, like she wasn't trying to get me to guess it, but it's still a green spy, she says nothing. She assumes, like I'm supposed to assume that I was guessing correctly based on the clues that she gave. But she cannot say, oh, that wasn't what I want you to guess, but yeah, it was right anyway. Like, she can't say that. And there are certain rules regarding what you can and cannot say as far as clues that are in the rule book. We play it very, very casually. So I'll let you guys explore the rules on that on your own. And there's one more. Now, I can do one of two things. I can either stop or try and make the second guess. As long as I get a correct guess, I can keep going. I can push my luck. So do I think a snake is rough? Probably. Although chains aren't rough. They're smooth. Rubber. Patient. Second. Saw. Saws are sharp, not rough. Bench. Venus. Oasis. Bunk. St. Patrick has a rough beard, maybe, but Shock. Snake. Snake has rough skin. Well, no, it's smooth, but well, maybe I'm wrong about that. Yeah, snakes could be smooth. Greenhouse, Battleship, Sticker, Gymnast. I'm not entirely sure about that. I mean, the fact that she had Beard here and St. Patrick here, I'm wondering if she meant St. Patrick. And, like, because St. Patrick has a beard. So maybe... Or benches can be both smooth or rough because of how they degrade over time. This is a game where you're trying to get inside your partner's head and try and figure out what they meant by their clue, based on their mannerisms, based on how they think. Or I can stop right now, and I'll maybe lock that away for a future date. I'm going to go ahead and stop. Now I'm going to go ahead and, because I stopped, no matter what, even if you guess a pedestrian or not, you still want to take one of your timer tokens, remove it from the game, and that's that. So now it is my turn to give her a clue. Based on the, and I'm going to zoom out. Actually, no, let's do this so you guys can see it better. So this is what I have to try and get her to guess. And I'm trying to figure out what clue to give her based on this. The trick here is when you think you've got a clue, it's usually not a good idea just to blurt it out, because if you look at your assassins and like, oh, that could possibly mean that too. So maybe it's not a good idea to, choose that as your initial thought. Let's go with Park 2.
Park 2?
Park.
Okay. Bench.
Correct. 1.
Another park. St. Patrick's, it has the word park in it. P-A-R-K.
I can neither confirm or deny any of this.
And their parks are pretty green, so it could be a greenhouse. There's 4 letters in park. Bunk also has 4 letters and ends in K.
Okay. Your logic is
I'm gonna say road.
correct. That's one
Is
of them.
it?
Mhm.
Okay. And I'm done.
Yep. She could keep guessing if she wants, but there's really no reason to. She has no other clues to work off of from previous turns. All right, so it is now your turn.
All right. I will do. I'll do Clover 2.
Clover 2. Let's see. Tornado, greenhouse, battleship, sticker, snake, Valentine, meter, gymnast, cloud, chalk. St. Patrick's, kind of obvious. Rip, steam, Venus, oasis, bunk. Saw, second, patient, rubber, chain. Well, I'm going to go with the obvious St. Patrick here. But as far as, you said clover was your clue? Clovers are green, so maybe greenhouse. Snakes are green, but not always. And a greenhouse, clover, there might be clovers in a greenhouse, but I doubt it. But still, I mean, out of all of them, clover bunk, clover chain, clover oasis, clover chalk, snake, Pacific. I'm going to go with greenhouse on this one. All right, awesome. And I'm not going to keep going because I'm happy with those. Okay, so now I'm going to try and give you a clue. Let's see. Based on, I guess I should show you the key again so you folks can see what it is. Okay. Let's go with measure 2.
Measure 2. Measure. Meter.
1.
And oh my gosh. I failed geography. I failed science.
You got one of them.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Only because I knew it was a measuring type thing. I don't know what. Okay, hold on.
Go through the words one at a time and see if measure
Yeah.
sticks.
Measuring snake. You can use snakes to measure things.
What school did you go to?
A public school.
I see. So did I, but I didn't. My protractor was not next to my snake in my little case. Just saying. It might be snake. It's you want to take the guess.
Do you use rubber to measure things? I don't know. What about chalk? Oh my gosh, I'm showing my smartness right now.
You are. Good job.
Okay. Measure. Cloud. Cloud measure.
Go through each word one at a time.
Yeah, I am.
If you have to stop, you can stop.
Yeah. I might have to. I don't get it. I want to say second, but I don't know why. So, no. I'll stop.
You'll stop.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I feel
Don't be sorry. It's fine. All right, your turn.
Okay. I'll say hot 2.
Hot 2. Pacific Tornado, Battleship Sticker, Snake, Valentine, Gymnast, Cloud, Chalk, Rip, Steam, Venus, Oasis, Bunk, Chain, Rubber, Patient, Second Saw. The words that jump out at me, I mean, Venus is hot because it's close to the sun. Steam is the result of water evaporating through heat. Gymnasts can be hot. But I don't think that's what she was going for. Valentine, you could have a hot Valentine date, but again, I don't know if that's what she's going for. Oasis are often found in the desert because, and that deserts are hot. So I'm gonna start with Oasis. All right, that's one. And I don't know. I don't think. I want to say Venus, but knowing her, I'm not ripping on her science, but I don't know if she would have thought of that. Chain, Bunk, Steam. I'm going to go with Steam. That's more obvious. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Good job.
So I'm not going to keep... Well, there's that clover clue that I still have, but I don't know if it's gone at this point. Like, she may have used another clue to help me guess it. So even if clover may not now relate to any of these, but it could. It could. I'm just going to stop from here. So that was one guess token. And now it's my turn to give you a clue. Let's go with... let's go with... Let's go with time 2.
Time 2.
Time.
Second.
Okay.
Time. I want to say patience, because patients can run out of time. You know, in a hospital, they could be low on time.
Okay. Is that your guess?
I don't know. Yeah, why the heck not?
Okay.
Oh, jeez. I'm gonna guess one more just for the heck of it. I'm gonna say... No, I'm just kidding.
Uh-huh. Give me a heart attack. Okay, it's fine.
That's funny.
All right, your turn.
Okay. I will say... Okay. Teacher 2.
Teacher 2. Teachers use chalk and stickers. They don't use saws. Venus, rubber, chain. Teachers better not use chains. At least the Catholic schools, maybe. I don't know. Bunk. I'm Catholic. I can say that. I was raised that way. Cloud. Sticker. All right. When it comes to... I'm going to go chalk as the obvious teacher guess. And then teachers often use stickers when they grade papers for little elementary school kids. So I'm going to just make sure there's nothing else that could jump out at me here. I'm going to guess sticker. Nice. And that was one guess. And now I have to give you stuff. I'm going to go with... I
feel so bad because you're guessing all my stuff, but I can't read what you're trying to do.
Oh, you're fine. Let's go with trying to. Okay, dog.
It seems like the more narrow it gets.
Yeah, the harder it comes to chain words together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with female 2. And for those of you that want to see the card, female 2.
Female 2. 3 words jump out at me. It's gymnast, Venus, and Valentine. Gymnast, because gymnasts are female, so I'm gonna go with that. Gymnast.
Okay.
Is that right?
Gymnast is correct.
Okay. Now, Valentine is more of a female holiday. Venus, because the most popular brand of shaving razors to shave your legs is Venus. I'm your Venus. I'm your that.
Uh-huh.
So it's either Valentine or Venus, I think.
All right.
Or it could be bunk because there were female soldiers that really bunkered down in the bunks. It could be snakes because they're female snakes.
Well, if you're not sure, then don't guess.
I'm going to say Valentine.
And we lost.
Ah! Are you serious?
Valentine is not just a female holiday.
Oh my god.
Venus is the name of a Greek goddess, is it not?
Oh, that's right.
I thought you would say Valentine.
I was just kidding. We can edit that out, right?
Yeah, right. No, that's
we
it.
Go with Venus.
Game over.
Dang.
Game over.
Dang.
And there you go. Codenames Duet XXL. What did you think?
I loved it. As word savvy as I am, I found this to be really difficult, but I totally would play it again. It is so much fun.
I enjoy it too. I enjoyed the original Codenames, but you really couldn't play it as a 2-player game. You had to have at least 3 people playing, and that third person had to be the mediator between the 2 teams. I love the fact that there is a 2-player variant out there for people like us that primarily play 2 players. I think the biggest challenge here is, it's easy to see connections between words, but there's 2 things going against you. One is the assassin. You know, it's very easy for someone to go, well, this word might pertain, and lo and behold, it's the assassin. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, in your head, you're thinking, why didn't I think of that? I should have picked a different word. And on the other hand, you've got sort of a mind game going on with your other partner in the sense that, okay, she gave me this clue. Was it because she knows me or because I should base her clue off her own personality? Like, toward the end of that game, I was thinking Valentine was more of a gender-neutral holiday, but she saw it as female, which it has, to be fair, there's a lot of pink, a lot of hearts, something that women, and back in my day in school, before, we actually got into the LGBTQ communities and all that stuff, Valentine's Day was primarily, a kind of a girl holiday. Boys would give the girls cards, ask them out on dates. We didn't have that back then. In modern day, it's a bit different. So, I thought of it more as a gender neutral. She didn't, so that kind of, that was my bad. You know what I mean? So I didn't take into consideration her mindset on where she was. So it's a challenging process, I think, and it's rather enjoyable too. You know what I mean? So this is a game I would play again, absolutely. Definitely this over the original Codenames game. There's a lot of cards in the box, so there's a lot of replayability. And again, there's that campaign map where you can just have a bunch of preset games set up for you as far as the number of tokens you use and all that. I don't think I would ever use that personally, but it's there should you want to use it. So any other thoughts before we go?
I wish we had like a second chance, because that assassin, when it pops up, it's like game over and it's so disheartening.
Yeah, it is. All that hard work.
Yeah.
We had, 2 left? We had 2 left to get.
We would have won it. Like, if I had just guessed Venus, we would have won it. Mm. But you know.
It happens.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like, we're all different people, so, like, my mind is not where her mind is and vice versa. So that's, this becomes a mind game and a communication game, without being able to say a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's all about the Jedi mind tricks. Can I get her to guess? You will guess Venus. Obviously, I'm not Force sensitive. Otherwise, we would have won.
Yeah. This is a very get to know your partner type of game.
I agree.
So it's really fun though. I love it.
I agree. So Codenames Duet XXL. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to us on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince and Ida Lee. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys next time.
Bye, guys.